we're out here doing a little turn plowing today. I'll let y'all see. Get a bite. The reason I'm turn plowing this field is, for one, you can't tell we're on a little bit of a hill, and number two, this field we planted corn last year, and well, it didn't do too hot, so we're going to try turn plowing it and seeing what that'll do. But as you can tell, doing a pretty good job of getting in there. So hopefully this will help get the soil turned over. We spread a lot of manure on this field, and last time we plowed it, we ran a C-shaped ripper through it. It's a number 14 for anybody that's curious. It was I think it's got 4 shanks on it. This tractor I'm in, it's on 100. I think it's right at 130, 140 horse, and they could barely pull them. So, in fact, I got stuck in this field in one of the gullies that wash out, because you can see that the field is not the best as far as flat, but it's better than up there. So, but anyway, when we quit dairying, we kind of quit letting our cattle in on this field of rye. So we haven't really had any cattle on this field. Just put manure back, except for what I've spread. After this year, we'll probably be moving this cornfield over to our alfalfa field over here. Probably be taking that out. It'll be its 3rd year this year, I believe. So that's an interesting looking rock. I don't know if you all saw that, but anyway, it's plowing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. The first time I ever plowed, all of the neighbors made fun of me because I think I was about 19, I think I was about 19. So I'm 25 now, so that's 6 years ago. And I still don't know a whole lot about farming, but I did not set the plow level or straight or anything. My naive young self thought that I could just go hook to it and it'd just be like anything else. Kinda, when you hook to it, I mean, for the most part, 3-point hitch stuff, when you hook to it, that's all you do. You hook it up, and then all the adjustments are made like on the piece of equipment. Well, I didn't really know, and that was my fault. So, but anyway, I had the back plow there, that one. It was really high. So what it was doing was, if you can see out the field there, that first row, it's fairly high because you're turning the dirt. I'm plowing it uphill, so when you hit that dirt onto the piece that's not been plowed, it kind of piles up. So what it was essentially doing was making a big ridge with this first plow here, and then that one back there was just barely cutting in, and I didn't know any better. If I'd have used my head, I probably could have figured it out. I messed up there a little bit, but here's what it does in the ditches. You can see they kind of come out of the ground, which is okay, because I don't want to disturb that waterway any more than I have to. It's not really a waterway, it's just when it rains up on the hill there, it comes down fast and it washes out a gully, so I don't really want to disturb that. But you can see that is not good soil, but it's our soil, so you can't really complain. But as you can see, it's mostly clay, so I'm hoping that by churning this up, and there's some slate underneath this, and if you don't know what slate is, it's a rock that's commonly found in my area. I think this is probably red or blue slate, which is, you can use them for different stuff, but I'm hoping that maybe, and I don't know, I could be crazy on this, maybe the slate will help get into this clay and help aerate it so that when we plant corn or anything, here's some of that slate. All that right through there is slate, which it crumbles, but hopefully there's a red pocket. That's crazy. That's a crazy color. But hopefully whenever that slate gets mushed in and mixed with the clay, it'll provide a little bit of aeration to the clay. I could be talking crap right now. I don't know. We're not big crop growers, but we usually grow corn pretty well because we're on a river bottom. So hopefully this will help mix up with it and make these hills here. It's mostly just this hill and the one behind it that are really bad. I guess this one too. This one's pretty rough looking. There's a lot of arrowheads and stuff in here because I reckon there used to be tribe of Indians down here. If anyone's interested, I don't know who would be, but anyway, yeah, we're about to make the final few feet of the field here. We'll try to get this up one-handed. Right there. This tractor, I had a bunch of problems with it a couple of days ago. We plowed up a field for our strawberries that we're going to be planting here in the spring. I'll try to maybe get some video of that, but had some trouble with it. We thought it was a thermostat. I went and planted a hay field for some neighbors that I had got the rye off their field for them. And anyway, when I was done disking with this tractor a little bit, it started puking coolant out of the overflow tube on the radiator, and I called a bunch of my friends that know more about engines than I do, and they all said the same thing I was kind of thinking. It's the thermostat. Well, turned out just to be the radiator cap. So yesterday I fooled with the day before yesterday I fooled with that a bunch, trying to get this to stop leaking and work properly, because every time I turned the tractor off it would puke coolant out of the overflow tube. And then finally I went over to our 966 International, which had the same 10-pound radiator cap, and it turned out I put it on and it worked out pretty good. So yeah, this soil down here is a lot better, as you can tell. I don't know, and the plows are pulling really good down here. I could hit that would be like 8th gear, 6th gear, sorry, my bad. 6th gear in low, which puts me at 2.1 mile an hour. Have no idea if that's too fast or too slow. I don't know. It's what I'm going though. Seems fast enough and slow enough that I can tell what I'm doing. If I go uphill, I'll knock it down a gear. Thank God this tractor's a shuttle, partial power shift, because if it wasn't, I don't think I could be doing this. But that's pretty fun to watch. You can feel the draft on these every time it jars the camera. Probably it's the draft. I have it set pretty light. If anyone's watching this for educational purposes, not just to hear me rambling, see my pretty mug. The draft is this lever right here. It usually says on it, the draft. And what that does, in case anyone doesn't know, you can, so when this plow, if it gets too deep or hits a rock, a really solid rock that you can't see because it's buried, the draft will sense it. It'll feel it in the lift arms. It'll tell that there's a big load on the lift arms, and what it'll do is it'll slightly lift it, and what that does is essentially keep you from slipping the clutch or the tires, whichever one would go first. So it's really crucial in my area. We live in the mountains, so there's a lot of rock, and just to see that this is a river bottom. There's the river. We're about probably 20 feet above the river. But anyway, this ground right here is pretty good. There's a little bit of clay in it, but on out the field, try to show this. Sorry if I'm making anybody dizzy, but on out the field there, it's really like, I mean, drop dead gorgeous field or dirt, because there's enough sand in it mixed with this silt and clay to make a pretty good textured dirt. It's pretty loam. It's a lot like loam. So it's as close as we get. We have one other field that in our county has the best soil out of any soil that's been tested. So, and it's practically, it's got the consistency of play sand from like a store for kids' sandbox. So, here's a geese, a goose. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on a second. There it is, right there. But hold my finger here to cover it up. But yeah, we're getting her done. This is about a 10-acre field, and I started about an hour ago. I also don't know exactly. I know a lot of people would just plow pushing the dirt up the hill, but I value my time more than anything. So if I'm going to be out here, I want to make it as efficient as possible. So some people would say probably I should just get on the road up there, travel down the field, and then set in. But I don't feel like shifting this tractor that much to get it down there quick enough. I'm doing twice as much work by plowing on the way back. I'll just have a furrow in the middle of the field that's going to be fairly deep, but I think I can fill that in with the disc. So, like I said, we're really early. It's I think it's March. So it's mid-March, and I'm out here plowing. It's a lovely day. It's kind of cool. It snowed last night actually. I'm surprised I was able to get in the field, but it's bone dry. So, and maybe this will help hold some water, because last year we had a drought. Maybe this will help hold some water. But anyway, just figured I'd take a video and show the world what I'm doing out here in Southwest Virginia. Not West Virginia, but Southwest Virginia. Gotta make sure I say that clearly. But anyway, I hope this works out, and maybe this summer I'll take a video and kind of show what I'm doing with the corn and how it's doing, and show you my weedy corn patch. Hopefully that's not the case. It'll just be bad. But anyway, that's all for now. And hopefully I'll make a video soon. This will get a bunch of likes, a bunch of subs. I sound like a dork, but anyway, thanks for watching.